The United States of America is a beautiful and vibrant country in every way. But at the same time, although there are good things, there are also bad things. Some places in America are really dangerous. In this video, we will see the 8 most dangerous places in the states in America. But first, I would appreciate if you subscribe and like the video. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 8, Baltimore, Maryland. This city on the east coast of the United States is home to approximately 575,723 residents struggling to make ends meet as of 2024. Baltimore has struggled with a high crime rate for years, and the rates are as follows. For example, the crime rate per 100,000 inhabitants in Baltimore, according to 2020 data: homicide 55.7, rape 58.8, theft 1,094.8, violent crimes 1,556. Based on these statistics, Baltimore has a very high crime rate. Baltimore has also long struggled with drug trafficking, gang violence, and a series of high-profile incidents that have put it in the national spotlight for the wrong reasons. However, in recent years, the city government and local communities have taken various measures to combat crime, which may have led to improvements in some areas. As always, the security situation varies by region and time period. But let's look on the bright side, shall we? So if you are planning to visit or move to Baltimore, you need to take some things into consideration. Avoid walking alone late at night and keep your valuables in mind. Also, before traveling, check with local authorities or reliable travel sources about the current security situation. In conclusion, it is important to follow general travel safety rules when traveling to Baltimore. As long as you are prepared with the right information, you should have an enjoyable visit. Number 7, Detroit, Michigan. It is a large city in the central northeast of the United States, south of Lake Michigan. It is historically known for being the center of the automotive industry and is also referred to as the Motor City. However, in recent years, it has struggled with economic difficulties, and the population of the city has decreased in this process. Yes, enough of that. Let's get to the point. Detroit consistently stands out as one of the cities with the highest crime rate in the U.S. Speaking of rates, let's look at the rates according to the data published by the Detroit Police Department. In 2020, the homicide rate per 100,000 people in Detroit was reported to be approximately 47.4, which is quite high. Theft and violent crime are also widespread throughout the city. If I could give you some advice, this data reflects safety concerns in some areas of Detroit. It is important to consult up-to-date information and recommendations from local authorities when making travel plans. It is also important to remember that touristy and heavily visited areas are generally safer. Number 6, Oakland, California. Oakland, California is a large city on the east side of San Francisco Bay. Known for being just east of San Francisco, Oakland is rich in history and culture. It is also home to one of the largest harbors on San Francisco Bay. On the one hand, it is home to a vibrant cultural scene and a thriving tech industry. But on the other hand, it is a somewhat crime-ridden and risky city, especially in some areas where crimes such as murder, robbery, and burglary are more common. According to data released by the Oakland Police Department, the homicide rate per 100,000 residents was reported to be approximately 35.3 in 2020. These statistics reflect safety concerns in some parts of Oakland. However, not all of the city is equally dangerous. If you want to visit Oakland, it is very important to be informed and act cautiously. Number 5, New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana is a major port city in southeastern Louisiana, USA, on the banks of the Mississippi River. With a population of around 400,000, New Orleans has an irresistible charm, but it also has a crime rate that is hard to ignore. Some areas, such as Central City and the 7th Ward, are particularly notorious for their high crime rates, with crimes ranging from burglaries to high-profile shootings. Let's break it down into rates. According to data released by the New Orleans Police Department, the homicide rate per 100,000 residents was reported to be approximately 39.7 in 2020. On the one hand, it is a city famous for its festivals, but on the other hand, it struggles with staggering crime statistics. If you are planning to visit or move to New Orleans, it is important to stay informed and vigilant. Enjoy the vibrant atmosphere and festivals, but it is always good to be cautious. Number 4. Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas is the largest city and capital of Arkansas, located in the southern United States. It is one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S., with the highest violent crime rate in the country. With 204,591 inhabitants, Little Rock's crime rate is 210% higher than the national average, with 7,582 crimes per 100,000 inhabitants. That's really high, and the violent crime rate is particularly alarming, with 1,133 crimes per 100,000 inhabitants, almost 400% higher than the national average. Neighborhoods like South End, Oak Forest, and Stevens are notorious for high crime rates. Little Rock is a city where extra precautions are necessary. Despite its challenges, it remains a place with its own character and potential. If you are considering visiting or moving to Little Rock, staying informed and exercising caution can help you overcome its complexities while appreciating what the city has to offer. Number 3. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri is a large city in the Midwest of the United States, located on the west bank of the Mississippi River. But beneath its historic splendor and architectural wonders lies a constant challenge. Especially in some neighborhoods, crimes such as murder, robbery, and theft can be seen more frequently. These areas are generally known as the city center and some western and northern areas. The southern part of the city is generally considered safer. According to 2020 data, the homicide rate in the city of St. Louis was reported to be approximately 87.2 per 100,000 inhabitants. Theft and violent crime are also common throughout the city. So, the average crime rate in this city is above normal. These statistics are one of the important factors that visitors should consider when assessing the safety situation in the city. When traveling, it is important to be safety conscious, choose safe areas, and follow local safety information. Also, being cautious late at night and keeping your valuables in mind will help you to protect your personal safety. St. Louis is also noted for its rich, historical, and cultural heritage, landmarks such as the Gateway Arch, and music and arts events. Tourist areas often have more security measures in place and offer visitors a safe experience. Number 2, Atlanta, Georgia. The capital and largest city in the state of Georgia, in the southeastern United States. The city is characterized by its rich historical heritage, dynamic culture, and diverse economic opportunities. It also faces significant challenges when it comes to crime. In particular, according to data for 2022, the number of index crimes reported by the police in Atlanta is over 22,000. This translates to about 44.8 crimes per 1,000 inhabitants in the city. This statistic shows that Atlanta's crime rates are still a serious concern. In Atlanta, neighborhoods like Oakland City stand out as crime hotspots, and Oakland City has a high rate of violent crime. So if you choose to visit or live here, I suggest you take safety precautions first. Number 1, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is a large city in the southwestern United States on the east bank of the Mississippi River. The crime rate in Memphis, Tennessee can sometimes be seen as an element that colors life in the city. So much so that many tourists joke that they should be careful when visiting Memphis, as robberies in the city can spice up your daily city tour. Jokes aside, while Memphis is famous for its musical heritage and tourist attractions such as Graceland, there is also the reality of the city's crime rate, which should not be ignored. The city's overall crime rate is a staggering 247% higher than the national average, with Memphis having a population of approximately 633,114 people as of the 2020 census. To put this into perspective, in 2022, there were approximately 2,420 violent crimes reported per 100,000 residents. Areas such as downtown, Parkway Village, Oak Haven, and Whitehaven Coral Lake have the highest crime rates, encouraging residents and visitors alike to be vigilant. Crimes range from robbery to aggravated assault, and the particularly high homicide rate paints a grim picture of safety in some parts of the city. It's as if Memphis is stuck in a Groundhog Day-like loop, but with police sirens. As the Memphis Police Department continues to tackle these challenges, the effectiveness of their strategies remains a matter of debate. However, the cultural richness, musical history, and delicious Southern cuisine that Memphis has to offer continue to provide a fascinating experience for visitors. When navigating the city, it is important to choose safe areas, follow local safety recommendations, and exercise caution late at night. Still, Memphis is also known as the city of music and sweet crime. If you've watched this far, subscribe and like the video. Write in the comments which topic you would like to see a video about. Goodbye.